Hey, what's going on, team? Trey here with 2x Trading, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I'm finding these names for my swing trades right now, and it's been working really well. So, sort of, when it comes to a swing trade, what they're composed of is we're searching for names that are recent catalyst, right? This will be either like your biotech news or overall news about the stock that changes something fundamentally. I would say it comes down to either like a news drop or an earnings drop. Those two are your most common catalysts that you see. Now, the reason these make such good swings is because they'll get that big run up on the first day, then they'll hit some consolidation, and we want to be in for that second leg up. This is why we're so keen on finding new names that are having new momentum and new catalysts released, because we know they're going to oftentimes seek continuation, and we want to be a part of it. So diving into sort of how the swing scanning works and looking for these swings works is I'll have one scan I do, and then I'll feed those into a second watch list that I'll watch for continuation on. If we don't get any, instead we get a swing look, I then feed it into a second watch list, I guess I should say. A second watch list full of my swing names that I'm now setting alerts on and waiting for swings on. That's sort of simple as it gets for how I'm sort of laying out these swing trades and what I'm looking for in them. So now getting into what my scanner looks like and how you could make one. Up here, I turn my scanner into a watch list by creating a watch list, going to personal, and adding a scan for top gaps. So I look for top gaps, honestly just another word for saying top gainers. The reason I call it top gaps is because usually your top gainer will be full of names that gapped up. I mean, look, BLCM, gap up, TRVN, gap up, open, gap up. A lot of these names just gapping around, and we want to be on those for possible swing looks because when they gap up in pre-market, usually means they had news come out or a catalyst for earnings. So from there, now that we know what we're looking for, sort of, I'll go to my scan, and this is where I created my scanner. I added these filters here in the top right. I'll click this 3 times to add these 3 conditions. The first one is going to be the last price, just last. I want to make sure price is above 30 cents. I don't want to be trading OTC super cheap penny stocks. The second is going to be volume. I need a minimum of 500,000 shares traded. That will create liquidity that lets me know, hey, I have enough to get into a position. I don't need to be worried about volume. The next is going to be stock percent change. I just add this one in here because it helps me know and helps me sort things by biggest move and percent change. So from there, like I said, I'll add that to a watch list and I'll flick through at the end of the day, right? And then I'll create 2 watch lists, already have them going here. And these ones aren't really updated, but I'll just sort of do them anyways. And I'll go through today and I'll pick out the ones that I think could have solid swing looks, right? So I'm looking through here. TRVN, we had a gap up, humongous rally throughout the day, and then we're also holding up here in after hours. So this then would be added to my Catalyst Day watch list, TRVN. Same thing with BLCM here. BLCM, we had a gap up in pre-market, we had news come out, and now I'm looking for continuation into the next couple days. I'll add that to my Catalyst Day watch list. And then from there, as you can see, I actually have a couple from a couple days ago. I'll go through my Catalyst Day watch list and I'll clean that up, right? If something broke down, like for example, Nerve, I don't like how that looks anymore. It's kind of just off. I'll just remove it off the watch list. BAK, ugly breakdown, I'll remove it off the watch list. And the names I do like that didn't give a sort of day trade look that could turn to a swing look will go down into the swings watch list down here. So for example, on Thursday, that's sort of how it went for INSG. I was watching this on Thursday, had an earnings catalyst, and then it was in my Catalyst Day watch list. And the next day, I see it setting up a possible swing look. It moves down to my swing watch list, and then I'm setting alerts wherever I want to be alerted at, right? If I'm like, hey, I want to see it's holding up here or it's breaking over here, I'll set alerts and do so as I please there. And that's sort of the whole process I need for scanning and finding these hot swing trades that we're hitting right now. It's very momentum catalyst based, very news driven. So you'll sort of get an eye for what news really hits as you go through it. But that's how I'm managing and scanning and finding these names for great swing trades.